What does an awesome game developer and superior game hosting company have in common? Stick around for that answer, coming up next. Hello everyone and welcome to The Crypt. I am Master Zapcat, and today we're going to be looking at the awesome game of Rune II. Today's video is sponsored by PingPerfect.com, the ultimate in-game hosting. Check out the links below for more information. Rune II, released in November 12 of 2019 on the Epic's game platform, had a bit of a rough start in its first beginnings for everyone to come and play. We had some issues, and with those issues, they were taken care of. Ragnar Game LLC pushed through, and as of today, we have a game called Rune II. It's an awesome game, and I definitely approve and like the game. The exclusivity contract with Epic Games actually ends this coming November, so for those on Steam, it is coming, so you guys can go ahead and get ready for that. It's coming. Rune II is a single and co-op RPG game that takes place during the end of the world, Ragnar in Norse beliefs. You play a Viking warrior brought back to life to do battle with Loki and all of his minions in order to stop Ragnarok from happening. So when you first start the game, you either can pick multiplayer, which you can play online with your friends, or with the awesome people at Ping Perfect on their hosting services, or you can choose single player and play the adventures by yourself, which is a great thing. You guys can go ahead and do that as well. But I would definitely recommend getting a multiplayer server. So single player, we're going to select that. As you can see, I've got two games here that I've already been started before, and I was messing around with these, and we're going to go ahead for this purposes. Go ahead and click here and start a new game here. Start a new one here. Let's see, what are we going to name it here? Let's say YouTube. No. Let's just call it just ACZ. That's pretty much what I call my game. Crashes on the cat. So the customization. Character creation is interesting, but has a limited amount of customization for your character. You can set the skin tone, hair color, hairstyle, as well as facial hair for the guys. You cannot, however, change the shape or height of the character. I would have loved the scene where we could change the height and shape of the characters. But hey, we got what we got, and it's awesome. It's great just the way it is. If the devs were to add a better customization and creation part, it would not hurt. That's all I got to say about that. So let's take a look at our character here. We're looking at some of the skin tones and stuff like this. Let's see what we got here. So, as you can see, we got the skin tone. We got a few other things here that we can actually change and move around here. So let's take a look here. So let's go with we've got the different skin tones you can see here, as we said a few minutes ago. Let's go with this tone here. We've got the different hairstyles, different tattoos, and I usually go with this one right here. This is actually not too bad. I go with this one quite a while. And we've got the hairstyles. All of these are some interesting. Let's zoom in on here. We've got some interesting hairstyles, which are all Viking-esque type hairdos. So let's see. We've got most of these on here. This one here, I think it's funny because it looks like. Actually, let's go back here. Yeah, this one here looks like the dude was right in the middle of getting a haircut at the barbershop and decided to get up and run out the door. What? $13 for a haircut? I'm getting out. So anyway, let's keep going. So let's just look through the hairstyles. There's different ones you can choose from. Many different styles. Most of them, as I said, looking more like a Viking. So let's just go with this one here. Those are common. So you got blonde, you got like reddish orange, you got brown, you got black, you got a gray as well, and of course white. A lot of people choose white. I usually choose black, and we're going to make the tint just a little bit darker here. Let's go ahead and make this, and we're going to go ahead and confirm this. I think we're alright with this character. You can also play as a female character, so let's go ahead, or random, as this button here does. Press this, and it'll go random. Let's try as a female. You know what? Let's play. I've got a bunch of male characters. Let's go ahead and play as a female here. Let's get her set up. Let's move her skin tone. Give her a badass tattoo here. Let's go ahead and get her hairstyle here. So we got different hairstyles, same as the men. Different hairstyles. Some of them are identical to the men, but some of them are ladylike. I guess you want to say ladylike. We got these here. This one here. Actually, I kind of dig that one here with the side hair piece hanging over here. It's like she's modern, but she's not modern. Like she's like, I'm a lady, but I'm gonna kick your ass if you do something wrong. That type of deal. Let's go with this one here. This is usually the one I usually use. I would love if they had customization that changed the shapes of the ears, the shapes of the mouth, the chin. Just in general, I would love to be able to change the shape and be able to alter the character the way that I want them to be, other than just skin color and hair and everything else. So let's go ahead and confirm and get right into the game.
The tales of Ragnar Yelsen, the A fierce warrior who risked all to avenge his father and stop Loki from ending the world. Peace reigned for decades, but the trickster broke free from the shackles that restrained him and brought chaos to the Nine Realms. And now, the end of the world is upon us. Ragnarok. Midgard is torn by war, storms, and the wrath of fierce beasts. It was foretold Ragnarok would end with Loki's death. Nothing has happened as foretold. Loki has sealed himself on the Vigrid plane to avoid his fate. Awaken, warrior. Rise up from the underworld and return to the mortal realm. Do what the gods cannot. End Ragnarok. Let nothing stand in your way. Welcome, Awakened One, to a land more dead than alive. I am Heimdall, and I've resurrected you in a world shattered by Ragnarok. Enslaved by Loki, Midgard is a memory. Time has no meaning here. Ragnarok rages without end while what is left of humankind carves out a brutish existence. Desperate men and women slaughter one another like animals.
Okay, so you start off in the starter zone here where we're at. Your character is resurrected from the dead, apparently, and you are put on one of these Bifrosts that we're standing on. Basically, in this area, you learn how to move around and use weapons, get a feel for the game, and try to figure out how to get your movement going. So we go ahead and move the arrow keys around here. Actually, the ASWD keys here for the movement. You kind of look around with the mouse here. And holding the shift key down, you can actually move around in front of your character. When you see, kind of see your character from the front if you want to. Just kind of get a feel for the world. Watch the ambience. I love this game so much because of the ambience, the viewing, the visual, the graphics. It's super awesome. Well, let's head off in this direction here. Grab the sword up here. So we got us a short sword here. I'm gonna go up here and grab this harness here. Okay, and what I'm about to do is I'm just gonna jump across the. Actually, I'm not gonna jump across. We're gonna go ahead and get this first. There we go. Get these runes. These runes are all around here. These rune like statues. You gotta grab a hold of them. By getting them, you can learn new recipes for making new armor, new weapons, and you learn different types of runes and stuff that you can make. So we get these little stones here. We're gonna head up towards the beginning area, right up in here. And what we can do up here is we're gonna go up here and get ready to make our longhouse. And the longhouse is the first thing of many that you must get to building in order to be able to stage your ready to fight. Basically, what this means is the longhouse is where you do all your crafting and your building for your character and everything else. So let's go ahead and get up here and fight. Let's fight. Let's go fight this thing. Come here, dude. Come here. Come here. Yeah, that's one fight. That's one. Take that. Take that.
A warm hearth is a necessary respite for even the hardiest warrior. Gather wood from the trees and stone from the rocks, that you may build a longhouse upon old Wotankelt's foundations.
Okay, so this longhouse, like I said, is used for crafting. You'll be able to craft your base, your stuff, and everything else that you need in order to get ready for your battle against Loki. So let's go over here. We're going to grab this pick that's sitting right here to the left of us, sitting there with that pick. Once we grab that pick, we'll be able to start getting our resources as far as your metals, your ores, and things like this that you need. So make sure that you grab that. In this area, in the starter area, this stuff is just laying around, but once you get into the main game, you actually got to do quests for the villagers that you may run across and be able to get them from them as tributes. So we're going to grab this pickaxe. Let's go ahead and get some iron and stuff here. There's some iron and copper here, some flint as well. We're going to get this one. There we go. We're learning how to make an antler helmet. There's a storage box over here. Okay, it usually drops a weapon, a rune, or something or another. With this one here, we got a short sword, a short sword, sorry, and fire bombs or something or another. I never used them, so I don't know. I just kind of mess around with them. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this ore. You want to build up and get as much of the resources that you can. You really want to make sure that you get a lot of resources because you're going to do a lot of crafting in this game. but you're also going to do a lot of fighting. It ain't just a crafting game, it's a fighting game. We're also going to need wood, so let me go ahead and grab this axe here. Usually it's a one-hit wonder on these trees with the axe here. Make sure you're using this axe to do the tree chopping, because if you use your weapon, it's going to take several times, and you're going to mess up the durability of your weapon, which is no good. Also, make sure that when you chop down one of these trees, you don't stand anywhere near it. If you stand under it or around it, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna kill you, and don't stand there. Not only do you get wood from the trees, but you're also getting a type of sap or a type of paste that you can use in order to build boats and other awesome stuff that you may need. We're going to go ahead and keep on collecting all of the wood that we can here. Alright, so we got all the wood that we need. I think I just hit this one once already, but alright, let's keep going here. Let's go ahead and build this up. We're going to go ahead and activate this. It's a very quick in building. As long as you got all the resources, it'll build very quick. So inside here, we've got our storage container. You'll be able to store everything inside the vault. The vaults can go with you all over the map, wherever you're at. Wherever you run across one of your vaults, you can open it up, and everything that you put in the vault will be in there. So therefore, you don't have to worry about whether or not you got to come back to a certain place to get something or anything along that line there. So over here, we got the campfire. We can actually do some cooking over here. You definitely want to cook your food, so we got some meat here. Let's go cook some lizard, and we'll cook some steak here. Okay. And we just got a level. Ding ding, level!
Loki gifted this island to the Draugr Hraim, but the land belonged already to old Wotankeld. Go to the stone that marks the battle between Hraim and Clan Wotankeld. There I will tell you more.
Okay, so over here is where you're going to be doing most of the crafting of your weapons and your armor. This is basically all the stuff you're going to need. So long as you have the inventory, or have the resources in your inventory, you can build whatever you want, except for some of them have level blocking, so you have to be a certain level to use certain things or to build or craft certain things, and that's fine, that's understandable. We've got a rune creation over here where you can craft runes. This, of course, is very important. This is where you go to repair your gear and your armor. If you don't have a rune stone on you for repairing, or a repair stone, this will be where you go to get this from. Over here we've got our skill points here, so go ahead, we got different skill points here. We got the stuff here that we can actually add power to. Okay, so each one of these, so we're just reading over each one of these to make sure they are what they should be. So you got strength, dexterity, your power, and basically just everything you're gonna need to fight Loki and his minions, because there's a bunch of them out there. Let's go and move some stuff around here real quick. Remove this weapon around. I got a good weapon here. This weapon here, the blue one, is actually not that bad. So go ahead, switch over to this, and I believe this one has a flame on there, so I can't wait to see what type of damage this thing does. Let's go do some damage. Go find something to fight. Go fight something. I love the way this graphics of the game is, just the way that it looks, the way that it plays. It plays very smooth. I've never had any difficulty in the time that I played the game, and I've got over 50 to 100 hours in this game already. It doesn't feel like it, but it is, you know, and it is what it is. The game is actually a very decent game. I enjoy it very much. And like I said, it had a rocky and rough start when it first came out, but it's just on top. It's on top. They've had an update a while back, and I believe they're going to be releasing some updates later on, which would be awesome. So that's coming soon, so make sure you're keeping an eye out for that. So we're going to keep on hunting. Well, here's the hunting part here. Let me just show you this part here. So we're going to hunt this deer down. This is not the normal way you would do some hunting. I mean, you can if you want to, but I usually don't. Just use a bow and arrow and be able to nail them, but anyway. So one of the quests is to trigger this thing off here, and basically...
Hraim slew many of old Wotankeld's people, until the wily chief bound the Draugr with sacred stones. I would see this island set free. Destroy the 3 binding stones, and slay Hraim as he awakens.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and skip that. So this is Hraim that we gotta defeat. We gotta beat him After you destroy the 3 stones, you gotta beat him up. He woke up, so we beat him. And he'll give us the battle plans on how... He'll give us a great sword, his great sword. We get a level up, and then we also get the ability to make a raft.
Harim left you scraps of his seafaring wisdom. Use them to construct a raft to carry you over the darkened waters to the islands beyond.
So basically, in the starter zone, you're trying to get yourself prepared for the rest of the journey of the battle. Every creature you run across will be at or just a little bit above your level. So you're never going to be running out there fighting a level 900 creature, unless that is, if he's one of the special ones, like one of the quote-unquote bosses. If you see one of the bosses running around, these guys are usually in yellow. They got a name in yellow, and they got a wolf or some total next to them. Also, don't forget, when you're roaming around, you're going to need your map, because your map is going to help you get to where you're going to go to. This raft, of course, is what you're going to need also. So let's go ahead and show the map here. So all of the islands, and this is just a little bit of the islands here in these 2 places here, but the islands are so big, they're just massive. I mean, the islands themselves are not big, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of gameplay, a lot of free play on this map. There really is. There's a lot of places to go to, a lot of things to explore, a lot of things to do. Okay, so I'm going to run down here. I'm going to show you what the Bifrost are. I showed you in the very beginning, but I'm going to show you again. There's a deer. We get him. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we'll go ahead and get that meat and other stuff. Okay. So right here is the Bifrost. This thing is very, very important. Make sure that you are sticking around this thing. If you die, you find these things on the big islands. If you die, you're going to need these things to recoup in order to respawn. Using the Unreal Engine, the graphics and gameplay for Rune II, in my honest opinion, is awesome. Because it's a free roaming game, I often just walk in the forest listening to the ambient sounds of everything around me, and often forget about the missions or side missions, which are kind of interesting. So just kind of walk out here, just kind of listen to the ambience of the forest and the water hitting the shore, and yeah, let's get back to work here. Let's get back to doing something here. There is basically a ton to do in the game here. So we got a raft made. And we're gonna head off to one of the little towns up here. Okay, these little guys up here, well, these guys up here are gonna give us a quest of some sort. They're gonna tell us little side quests, and these are where you get your side quests from, and you also get your pickaxes and everything else from. So you can see he's gonna holler, hey, he's gonna.
Odin now looks at us with his blind eye.
He's going to drop a tribute to you. You pick the tribute up, and that means you're ready to go. He gave us a mead here. Let's go ahead and build our long house here. Make sure our long house is built up by using the wood that we had already before. Can we build this one? I don't think I have all the resources for this one. No, none of that. That's fine. I think I can do this one. No, I can't actually. Alright, so these are the adventures and the quests that you can do. So these are all of the main quests that you're going to have. You got a big main quest line here. So there's a ton of things to do. As you can see, these are all of the missions that we've done. These ones here in gray, the ones that have been completed. The one that is highlighted, like this one here, has not been done yet. So next in the next tab over is the resources. These are some resources, special areas, special things that you can get while you're out running around. We have the information from basically the lore and other information that you may need in reference to the game itself. And of course the side missions. If it is dark, it's already been completed. And these other missions here are just ones that you can get into. You can see different ones that listed on the side here. Like build something, 25 items and stuff. And they give great XP for your character to level. Okay, let's go up here and see if we can't fight somebody. So, as I said earlier, I really do like this game. It is a super awesome game. But I'm not going to go ahead, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You guys are going to have to figure that out on your own. So anyway, it's not a spoiler video, so you have to figure out what happens next in the story, and it's completely up to you. All I want to say is, are you looking for that perfect server to do battle with on Loki? We have you covered. Head on over to the awesome folks at pingperfect.com for all your gaming and web hosting needs. PingPerfect is the ultimate game hosting company because it's ran by the one group of people that know us best, that's gamers. Links are down below in the description. Do get your server today. Also, don't forget to use the code AstroZombieCat for 10% off your first server. Don't forget to like and follow for more awesome videos coming up.